Hello and welcome to another episode of The Case of the Golden Idol. I'm Bring Stabbity, the stabbiest stabbity that ever stabbityed, and with me I have...
Nweismuller, who's been suffered to join Stabbity here.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Anyway, this is our second attempt at Stage 10. First attempt, crashed Case of the Golden Idol, and fortunately it didn't corrupt my save, but it lost all progress on Chapter 6, or Stage 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I needed to redo those off screen. It was actually really weird what happened. I went into the stage, I got all of these, just it binged like that it was done. I couldn't actually click on anything, or no, I could click on anything. However, it showed 0 words in the word list, and although I could click on someone, I couldn't recollect a word. So
that is weird.
So yeah, that is what that crash caused. And basically what I needed to do is go into each of the scenarios one by one, reset the current scenario, beat it again, and then go back to stage select and go to the next one. It was really freaking weird. Anyway, Chapter 10, or Stage 10. In Chapter 4, The New World Order. Stage 10? Oh, and we don't get the, title drop. That's fine. I'll just edit it in from the, old version. Oh.
Yeah.
No. See? We still have things collected.
Yeah.
You know what? Here.
Was...
Reset current scenario. Yes. Wait, what? Okay, we have numbers. That's fine. There we go. Everything's new.
The triumph of order.
Yeah, apparently. Such a relief that they decided not to push any fashion charges. I hope the process is not painful.
And this music isn't ominous at all, is it?
Oh, not in the slightest. Also, it's... Need to, drop it a bit. It was hitting the red. This tribunal is a farce. They spread lies that my love is merely lust. And what do they even know about true art? Yeah, no, we're hitting way too high peaks there. I felt it in my bones that I should have drunk less. Now we poor souls experience God's wrath. It's a thing of beauty to see order prevail. Were it not against the first virtue, I would feel very happy. Oh geez. Not even allowed to feel happiness or emotions. This really is some sort of socialist dystopia. Nicholas, I'll wager you feel the new regime rewards your diligence now. So tell me why I saw you spend more than 3 shillings on new clothes, after I asked you to lend me money and you said you had none to spare. I suggest you lend me some now, unless you want me to write up an official report about a 4th virtue breach. Your beloved brother. Communist swine. Mr. Nicholas Maker, 1757, record keeper of the Order Party. History of infraction and obedience. Labeled a protocol as being on Thursday even though it was Wednesday. Took a double-length lunch break in the office. Loyal service and low-ranking position to the Order Party, plus 10 merit. Total merit plus 4. Oh geez, they have China's social credit system.
So it would appear.
So it does. Weekly Order Party of People's Tribunal, number 42. March 14th, 1795. 6 culprits are brought to the tribunal. Tribunal is opened. Each culprit's charges are evaluated and merit changes calculated. First culprit's merit exaction starts. Second culprit's merit exaction starts. Third culprit's merit exaction starts. Poor bugger. I've never seen so much merit removed in the tribunal. Some mistakes are very costly.
Hi, David.
An Albion Frank banknote. Mr. David Garan, 1752, enforcer of the Order Party. History of infraction and obedience. Had a secret compartment in his office locker. Denied the existence of the secret compartment. Loyal service and low-ranking position to the Order Party. Plus 10 merit. Remember the third virtue. A donkey and lipstick and fancy dress? Remember the second virtue. A pig behind a desk, wearing the party's armband. What was the, a brassard?
Yes.
Yes, wearing a brassard.
And sleeping on the desk, it looks like.
Yes. The man is not breathing. No apparent wounds. Oh, did he... He got idled. Prince of Dusk. Like night, I am dark and full of terror. I do not fear love. Do not make that error. When you know my name, just look for my face. Okay, yeah. Terrible thing here. Up. Ooh, and there is a back desk here. Okay. That is music to my ears, Alistair. But do control your emotions. We as arbiters of order must never violate the first virtue. A bunch of Albion Frank banknotes. Dear Dr. Turner, I must regretfully inform you that during your absence from party business, your senior assistant, Daniel, has demonstrated extreme untidiness and thus breached one of the virtues. Junior assistant, Toby. Oh, jeez. It's like everybody telling on everybody.
Yep.
Dr. James Turner, 1747, arbiter of the Order Party. History of infraction and obedience. Drank a full bottle of brandy at a picnic. Kept the book Legacy of the Rose Dynasty in his study. Huh. Loyal service to the Order Party in a high-ranking position, plus 20 merit. Total merit, plus 12. Oh boy. Alright. Fangor Quinn. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Charges claimed he had no wife. Has a painting depicting a naked person in his house. Broke his wife's favorite teapot in anger. Was observed spending a night with a neighbor's wife. Dun dun dun. Walter Keene. Culprit, Mr. Walter Keene. Flirted 3 times with different married women during the party convention. Wore ridiculous headgear at 5 public events. Claimed he had not betrayed High Arbiter Lazarus during the Ritual of Ascendance. Expelled from the Party of Order. Dun dun dun. Lothar Richards. Mr. Lothar.
We actually met Lothar back at Edmund Cloudsley's dinner party. He was the
That's
old
right, yes.
father.
That's right. The rich visitor to Edmund Cloudsley.
Yes.
And father of the woman that Peter Batley says was too young for Edmund.
Yes.
Held a dinner party a few years ago where he offered large amounts of wine to his guests. Got angry during the questioning and shouted at the High Arbiter. Revealed the whereabouts of his hiding fugitive dissident daughter, Mary, and her husband, Peter. Oh, hey! Peter and Mary got married. Evaluated.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah! Evaluated as plus 15 merit. Josh Bailey. Mr. Josh Bailey. Left his work at a tannery early. Drank excessive amounts of gin at the Scrawny Cat. Drank an excessive amount of rum at the Old Oak. Approached a married woman with an indecent offer. Denied 4 times during questioning that he had done those acts. Horace Webb. Count Horace Webb. Charges. Has not held down a job since the new regime. Evaluated as 60 instances of non-work. Claims he works in his castle helping his servants clean it. Possesses 15 books kept in his private library. Oh boy. Just turn.
Don't you love that that's a violation of their system to possess books?
Yeah, I just turned around. I'm looking at the bookshelf behind my desk, and oh boy, I would have so many demerits for the books that I have.
So would I. So would I.
Expressed willingness to donate his castle to the party, evaluated as plus 200 merit. Also very Indian style there. Gideon Bell. Duke Gideon Bell. Oh, interesting. Wears an outrageous hairstyle. Broke down in tears 10 times during questioning. Has refused to start working, evaluated as 5 instances of job skipping. Rejected the High Arbiter's request that he share information of a secret entrance to the castle of his cousin, the Sovereign.
And you remember Gideon, don't you?
I do. He was the floof that was that got poisoned by Ergen Patu.
Well, drugged.
Yes.
Poisoned is a little
drugged.
Harsh. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Fangor Quinn. Okay.
I don't think we can figure out how many merits they get yet until we deduce some other things.
Yep. Yeah. Definitely doesn't say in either of those. Okay. How about here? Oh, same. All right. That is Lothar. Yeah, we don't know how many minuses there is, and that's plus 15. Yeah, don't know how many there. And Horace Webb and Gideon Bell, same thing. We don't know how many minuses there are. Don't know how many minuses there are. All right. So yeah, white, red, yellow with a blue circle in the middle of the red. That's their flag.
I think it's meant to be black rather than blue.
Okay, makes sense.
Hey, Mystic Blade Works.
Hey, Mystic Blade Works! Welcome, welcome. Alright. 4 maxims of virtue is written on the wall. Observe the 4 virtues to avoid losing merits. Right? Heart. Angel wings. Sun. Eye. Silence! You will perform your function as much as is required. It is paramount to ensure order in our new society. Ish. Ish. Oh, it's still got the weight attached. A bottle with brown liquid labeled brandy. A bottle with some substance labeled opium. Yeah, first virtue, let's see. Excessive emotions are one of the things that will be punished under the first virtue.
So I think you can stick that there at least.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll keep. I'll go back and reread those things later. Ah, here we go. We find out each punishment for each violation of each virtue. Very good. Very good. Whoops. Invoice. February 15th, 1795. Blackbrook Farm, 3 pounds of butter, 25 pence. Delivery, 6 pence. Total cost, 29 pence. Huh. Interesting. Either someone can't do math, or someone got bribed with a discount. with a 2p discount. Violin. Hey, it's the violin Maurice?
From the Maurice.
Yeah, but that Maurice was using back in the inn. Oh, and it's Gideon with his absolutely crazy hairstyle.
Portrait in front of a vampire castle.
Yeah. Portrait of Gideon Bell, painted by Jasmine Nightwings in 1794.
Well, that is certainly one of the pictures of all time.
It is. Apparently it's a dwarf or a gnome on a chamber pot. A book titled Stories. A book titled Autumn Tales. Yeah, so definitely having books is a fourth virtue violation. We don't have books. Okay, that's fine. Remember the second virtue. Store confiscated objects and evidence according to the virtue breached. Yes, okay. So, too much alcohol or drugs is definitely a first virtue. So, title, franks, mistake, beauty, diligence, souls, bones, lust, art, lies, fashion. Oh, okay. Whatever. In all truth, Lord High Arbiter, I would prefer storing no more than this. London Gazetteer. Since 1792, when it gained a majority in Parliament and liberated our government from multi-party chaos. Oh boy. Oh boy, they definitely are a bunch of commies. The Ordered Party has worked hard to improve society. Despite the vast popular support for the party, His Majesty refuses to acknowledge the authority of the party's tribunal. High Arbiter Lazarus Hurst has announced that in 2 months, the party and its supporters will participate in a peaceful march to the king's current residence to demonstrate their virtue of moderation. I am honored to help the party upkeep the 4 virtues. I only hope sitting here all day does not count as sloth. There are worse jobs than this one. And thank God tobacco is not considered an indulgence. A bit boring, though. Too bad literature is forbidden. Is that little Pip?
That is little Pip.
I have full pouch of tobacco. Alright. Huh. I missed one thing here. There you go. What are you insinuating, James? I would never breach the 4th virtue. You know damn well that I keep no secrets. Okay, so secrets are the 4th virtue punishment. And yeah, we'll be going back over those shortly. A bunch of Albion Frank banknotes. Dear Arbiter Cock, I am writing to inform you that our regiment's colonel was seen with another officer's wife in a potentially intimate situation. We implore you to send your agents to investigate this potential flouting of the first virtue. Wood. Lust. Oh. Wind just slammed one of my doors upstairs.
Well, that's what that sound was.
Yeah, you heard it? Okay. So yeah, let's just put lust there for now. Lord Alistair Cock, Arbiter of the Order Party. History of infraction and obedience. Slapped a sergeant in anger. Listened to marching music in his manner. Loyal service to the Order Party in high-ranking position. Plus 20 merits. Okay, so we have everything. Now we need to go back through all of the hints, and yeah. So we do know that fashion is definitely one possible violation. They spread lies that my love is merely lust. And what do they even know about true art? Okay, so we know lust and art are both banned. We don't know if art is a first virtue violation, so let's continue gathering more info. I felt it in my bones that I should have drunk less. Now we poor souls experience God's wrath. Okay, so excessive drinking. Actually, yeah, because he said too much. So I'm gonna lean towards drinking.
Would that be indulgence on tab 2?
Ah, indulgence. There we go. There we go. I could see that.
So what would the first virtue be then?
In that case, I would say moderation is the first virtue. And let's go emotions, lust. Can I? There. And just kind of clean it up and put it up there. All right, and we had a little bit of blackmail. Wager you feel the new regime rewards your diligence now. So tell me why I saw you spend more than 3 shillings on new clothes. I suggest you lend me some now, unless you want me to write up an official report about a 4th virtue breach. So, spending too much money?
You said books was a violation of the 4th virtue earlier.
I did. Let me jump back. You know what? We'll just do a hot pocket. Yeah, so indulging in alcohol and drugs. Lying, corruption, bad math. Music, art. For 3rd virtue. There we go. Vulgar art. Truth, years. Vulgar music. Okay. And 4th was books. All literature will be punished. Oh my! That is crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oof. Alright, Franks, you can go to page 2. Secrets is going to be something. Anyway, let's go back. 3 pounds of butter, delivery. At work. So let's see.
There were a couple of posters downstairs that were meant to represent virtues. Maybe you should take a look at them.
Yeah. So at work, mistakes will be punished. So this was a mistake. Downstairs, you said?
Yeah, there's a couple of posters.
Right. 3rd virtue, fashion. Okay. 2nd virtue, don't be slothful. 3rd virtue, don't go crazy fashion. They literally have a fashion police. Vulgar fashion. Vulgar fashion. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go, art. 5. Art. Music. Fashion. And the 3rd virtue is... Let's see. Oh, would it be beauty? I could see beauty being the appropriate virtue as opposed to vulgar art, music, and fashion. Let's see. Untidiness, years, idle, truth, secrets, sloth, mistakes, literature, pranks. Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards beauty. The virtue is beauty, and opposed to it are art, music, and fashion. All right.
Quote, vulgar, unquote, art, music, and fashion.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So it's the beauty that's opposed to the vulgarity.
I say, quote, vulgar, unquote, because as judged by whom?
Correct. Okay. Next, second virtue. Definitely sloth will be punished. The second virtue is diligence. Mistakes. Sloth. Just put that there. Sloth. There's mistakes. Mistakes, sloth, and we'll go over what else it could be. Bones is silly. Bones will not be punished. Beauty, art, music, fashion. Lies, at work. I could see untidiness, since that desk is a mess on top of him being asleep at the desk. So I can work with that for a second. Sloth.
Why would Nicholas Maker's brother say he was doing a fourth virtue violation?
Whoops.
Nicholas Maker is
Whoops, not there. Dear Nicholas, I'll wager you feel the new regime rewards your diligence. So tell me why I saw you spend more than 3 shillings. So fourth virtue is spending money or
no, read every word.
So tell me why I saw you spend more than 3 shillings on new clothes after I asked you to lend me money and you said you had none to spare. I suggest you lend me some now unless you want me to write up an official report about a fourth virtue breach.
So how would that incident relate to the things that are being banned under the fourth virtue?
Lies.
Lies, deceptions.
7, 8. Yes. So lies there. And yeah, let's get secrets, literature, and the fourth virtue is truth. Hey, good, we did it. All right, so the first virtue is moderation. Excessive emotions, lust, or indulgence will be punished. The second virtue is diligence. At work, mistakes, sloth, and untidiness will be punished. The third virtue, beauty. Vulgar art, music, and fashion will be punished. The fourth virtue is truth. All secrets, literature, lies will be punished. Right.
And incidentally, the brassards that they're wearing, we now see the symbolism of those brassards.
Yes. White, red, the navy blue or black, that's the circle inside of the red, and brown. How very fitting. Alright, what we can do is now go to this booklet. So this is a mistake, labeled a protocol as being on Thursday, even though it was on Wednesday, which is a second virtue violation. Took a double-length lunch break in his office, which is also a second virtue a violation because it is sloth, which means each of these are a 3-point demerit, and it's a total of 6 points, and since they're the same, that means that you are a 3-point demerit each. Now, these guys don't have official booklets. That's fine. You have an official booklet. Secret compartment in his office locker, and denied the existence of a secret locker. Both of those are fourth virtue violations. Keeping secrets is one violation. Lying is a second violation. Both of those are fourth violations, so violating the fourth virtue loses you a single point. Right?
And also, may I say, how easy it is to eat up even the merit you get for service to the party?
Yeah. Very, very easy. Very easy to get it all used up. There, it's down to +4 already. Alright. There we go. Drink a full... Alright, so he starts with 20. He's down to 12. That means he lost a total of 8. One of those was keeping a book. Keeping a book is a fourth virtue violation, which punishes you 1 point, which means that 7 points were lost by the full bottle of brandy, and that is indulgence, which is a first virtue violation, which means that is worth 7 demerits. Right? And Alistair slapped a sergeant in anger. That would count as emotions, because it's definitely not opposed to beauty, it's not opposed to diligence, not opposed to truth. So yes, that is emotions. Listen to marching music in his manner. He starts with +20, so slapping a sergeant is 7. That leaves 2 points for listening to music. And apparently, marching music is considered vulgar music, and that was 2 points for a beauty demerit. Yes! Okay! Good.
And now that we've done this, may I say how ridiculous it is how they choose to cite things. They cite each individual crying while being interrogated as a separate emotions thing. You know that's just to nail someone they want to nail rather than any objective application of law there.
Of course. Alright. Anyway. Charges. Finger Quinn received all demerits. So claimed he had no wife. That is a lie, which is 1 point. Had a painting depicting a naked person in his house, which is vulgar, 2 points. That gets us to -3. Broke his wife's favorite teapot in anger, that is emotions, -7, we're now at 10. And was observed spending a night with his neighbor's wife, which would also be lust, another 7. He is at -17. Walter Keane flirted 3 times with different married women during the party convention. That's already -25. 21. Math. How does that work? Wore ridiculous headgear at 5...
By magnets.
Yes.
By magnets. That's how it works.
Wore ridiculous headgear. That is a fashion violation, which is worth 2 points, which is another 10 total, bringing the total to 31. Claimed he had not betrayed High Arbiter Lazarus during his ritual of ascendance, which is...
at least purportedly a lie.
Purportedly a lie, which gets us to 32. -32. Boom! Alright, this is looking good. Next up, Lothar Richards. Lothar Richards held a dinner party a few years ago where he offered large amounts of wine to his guests. Wow. Yeah. 7. -7. got angry, -7. Revealed the whereabouts of his hiding fugitive dissident daughter Mary and husband Peter, +15. That leaves him at +1. There, here. +0, 1. Now, Josh Bailey. Left work at a tannery earlier. I believe that would be sloth and -3. Yes, second virtue. Said -3. I said -3. Drank excessive amounts of gin at the Scrawny Cat. That's 7, taking us to 10. Another 7 takes us to 17. Approached a married woman is 24. And 4 lies takes us to -28. -20. No. Josh Bailey, -28. Get back here. Plus 0, 1. Jeez. Alright. Horace Webb. Culprit, Horace Webb. Has not held a job since the new regime, evaluated as 60 instances of non-work. That would be sloth. Times 3. So we're already at 180. Claims he works in his castle. -181. Oh, jeez. -196. +200. +0, 4. Horace Webb receives +0, 4. Gideon Bell actually has a bit of spine. Wears an outrageous hairstyle. About as outrageous as your, French accent.
Mon Dieu!
Outrageous hairstyle, that's 2 points. Broke down in tears 10 times during questioning, that's 70 points. So he's all.
You see what I mean about that being total bullshit?
Yes. So he's already at 72. Refused to start working a job 5 times 2, we're at 82. Rejected sharing a secret.
No, diligence is 3, so that's 87.
Oh, whoops. Yes. 15. 87. And 88. -88.
And you know that pinging him for all that was totally about the secret he was holding rather than
Yeah.
That was only 1 point, but that was actually the reason they pinged him for everything else.
Yeah. For all right, years, and let's check. It was here in the news. Yes. Since 1792, when it gained majority in Parliament and liberated our government from multi-party chaos, worked hard to improve society. And it is March 13th of 1795, so I will say that it has been 3 years.
Yes.
3 years. Have passed since Order Party has seized power. During Tribunal. Alright. That would be Gideon Bell, I guess, since he got -88. No one else had anything similar to that.
Well, we can identify without question at least 2 of the people on the dock.
Yeah. Poor bugger, I've never seen so much merit removed in the tribunal. Some mistakes are very costly. Sorry, what'd you say about the dock?
we see 3 people in line for judgment, and we
yes.
can just, by their dialogue, tell who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
This is the tanner who...
That's the dude that was drinking too much. So yeah,
Yep.
That was Mr. Josh Bailey.
And then this guy is Fangor Quinn.
Guy is Fangor Quinn, yes, for art. They don't believe his art. And such a relief they decided not to push any fashion charges. So he can't specifically say who he is, except that he doesn't have fashion charges.
Well, we know he's not Walter Keane, since he looks nothing like it.
Nothing like him. Probably not Lothar, although... Yeah, can't tell from that little bit of hair. Horace Webb. Maybe. Maybe. Definitely not Gideon Bell. Okay. I mean, he does kind of look like a Horace Bell. Or Horace Webb. Excuse me. Looks like he might have a castle and not worked in 60 days.
Or however.
Or 3 years, but evaluated as 60 days. Right. But yeah, he looks like he got drained by the Golden Idol. All right. During a tribunal,
Gideon Bell.
Yeah, that's definitely Gideon Bell. Gideon Bell is judged to have the largest merit deduction in all tribunal history. To execute his punishment, so it wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4. Attempted to say idol was used on him, and he lost bones, souls, merit, years, ranks. Okay. Let's jump back. 88, I guess. And he lost 88 years and died. There we go.
Bones, I said?
Yes. Losing 88 bones would really suck. The Order Party has seized power and now enforces the 4 maxims of virtue. The young Duke, Gideon Bell, was judged during the tribunal to have lost 88 merits. The High Arbiter of the party, Lazarus Hurst, used the idol to decrease his Gideon's youth by 88 years, thus making him 108, which resulted in his death. Dun dun
Stay and explore for a bit.
All right.
Now, if you go to the room that Lazarus is in, what is he using those 3 people for?
He is using them to regain youth.
Well, listen to their dialogue, all of them.
In all truth, Lord High Arbiter, I would prefer storing no more than this. Yes, they're storing years. And basically getting younger. I assume so.
They end up turning into, like, kids, and yeah.
Yeah.
And then that means this, incidentally, is why the 2 arbiters, you actually see one with noticeably more hair than he used to have.
True. Yep, they get...
Because they have positive merit, so they were made younger.
Hooray! Yep, that's definitely what it seems like.
And you have that crown next to the central chair and the arbiter's.
Yes, the Griffin Reborn crown.
Yep. Well, now we can go. I just.
Cool. Well, that is it for this episode. I guess next time we reach the thrilling conclusion. No cutscene? No cutscene. All right, well, thank you everyone for hanging out. Please like, follow, subscribe. Check me out on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Kick. Free money in the description as always, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye-bye.